YouTube. Hey, it's Libra Finesse here. Hope all is well today. Where I am, it is rainy, but it's really nice. But it's still a blessed day. Just wishing blessings and peace on everyone today. Um, Came here today to talk about women. Do we like to argue? I was watching a podcast. We're more so listening to a podcast, and the men were just going off on how women like to argue. We like to nag. We don't know how to shut the fuck up. Blah blah blah. I'm like, wow, they're really letting us have it. But a lot of the things that they were saying, me personally, I don't feel like it was true. No, some women, I've seen it like, damn, bitch, do you know what the meaning of pick and choose your battles is? Because you're fighting over everything. You nagging over every fucking thing. And that's like, when another woman can notice it, it's like, okay, chick, you doing too much. But to each his own, because people react to things different. People handle things different. So I can't sit up and say the way one woman reacts to something is wrong or right. And I can't say the way that I react to things is wrong or right, in a sense. Because it's just like, catch me on a good day. Like, it just depends on the day, what kind of day I'm having. And I do my best not to take my anger, frustration, issues out on other people. But then again, it's all in the approach. That's another topic. I'm the type of woman, I'm a Libra, of course. I'm the type of woman, like, I'm very passive. I've been told that I am super passive, and I've been naive. Whether it's good or bad, it can be good and bad. Some things I just choose not to address because I feel like, okay, it's not that serious. But when I do choose to address an issue, unfortunately, everything that I haven't addressed will come out with it. So I have to work on that, being passive about things. I need to address things when they happen, as opposed to 3 weeks later when something else happened and I'm like, motherfucker, you know what? Like, no, that's that's not cool. But everybody's different. Like, even with men, I'll notice, like, damn, so to say, a man has a good woman and he's just doing her dead ass wrong. And then a man will have a fucked up woman and he's just catering to her, loving her stinking ass draws type of thing. So it just depends. I guess it just depends on in all of what we've been through, because what you've been through is part of your makeup in life. And that's stemming from childhood, early adulthood, on to later adulthood. Hell, everything that you go through sets on the foundation of you. And if your foundation is not sturdy, everything that you place upon it, of course, is going to make it weaker and weaker and weaker. And when it just gets to its weakest point, of course, we break. Simple as that. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When you're at your weakest point, you break. I don't care who you are. You're not superhuman. You break. But I don't feel like women like to argue. I don't feel like that's their goal. Like, I get up out the bed like, let me see what the fuck I'm gonna argue with this nigga about today. No, I don't feel like that's, I don't know, unless you're dealing with a miserable ass woman. Like, and if you are, that's on you, because you ain't got no business dealing with her anyway. Like, I feel like in a relationship, when you're with somebody, you're supposed to uplift each other. Does that happen all the time? Hell no. Am I uplifting you and you uplifting me every day? Hell no. But my goal in a relationship is for the good to outweigh the bad. Now, sometimes it's neck and neck, and I get it. But the goal is for the good to outweigh the bad. So when it is neck and neck and we notice that, we're able to take the measures, take the steps to prevent it from the bad outweighing the good. Like, okay, shit's getting bad. All week it's been, we've been on each other's nerves about something or arguing about something. It's the end of the week. Let's unwind. Let's talk about it. I'm not saying the whole weekend let's talk about it. I'm like, okay, it's Friday night. You just got off work. I just got off work. Let's unwind and talk about it so that we can have a great weekend. Like, I'm that type. And again, it also depends on the severity of it, because what might seem severe to me might not be severe to the next woman. She might be able to just, let it roll off her back like water on a duck's back. It just depends, what your, I guess you can say what your deal breakers are. And I don't know if that would even classify as deal breakers. Well, hell yeah, if you're already in a relationship and somebody do something that you don't like and it's a deal breaker, hey, I'm not saying walk out the door at the first sign of it, but if the deal breaker turns into a continuous pattern, it's time to go. But no, I don't feel like women like to argue. I feel like we don't like to fight. We don't like to fuss. We don't like to nag. But shit, men, do y'all like dodging the issue? Do you like dodging the questions? You know, because I feel like if we have an issue and I'm telling you how I'm feeling and we talk about it, where's the solution? Where's the resolve? Did we come to a resolve? That's a woman's thing. Men, period, point blank. Did you come to a resolve with her? She wants to know that there's a solution and there are steps into place that we're going to take so the shit never happens again. That's it. You wouldn't get her bitching, moaning, groaning, arguing, complaining if you come to a resolve. Men, learn how to open up and communicate, come to a resolve, and move forward. Like, shit don't have to be drug on either. Just come to a resolve. Okay, babe, what would you like for me to do? And while she telling you what she wants you to do, make sure you express those same concerns to her. Like, okay, well, I need this from you. I feel like it's simple, but in the heat of an argument or the heat of the moment, it's really not. I've been there before. Like, I'm yelling, cursing, he say something that just is like throwing lighter fluid on a fire to me. If I'm already heated and you say something that pisses me off, I'm going head first in your ass. Like, I'm going off. And that's probably not the best time to talk about things with men. Come to a resolve. Me personally, when I'm upset, I like my man to come to me and be like, okay, what's wrong? What's bothering you? And of course, I might say I don't want to talk about it, but I really do. But I want you to ask me again. I'll play that game sometimes. But if you ask me again, I'm going to be like, okay, this is what's bothering me. Don't be like, oh, I don't know why you feel that way. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot stand when people do that. They ask you what's wrong, you tell them, like, I don't know why you feel like that. First of all, it's not for you to know why I feel like that. I'm venting. I'm getting things off my chest. Fellas, if it's anything that you've done, do your best to come to a resolve with her. If it's nothing that you've done and she just had a bad day, she needs to get some stuff off her chest. And if she doesn't get it off her chest, 9 times out of 10, it can trickle into, okay, you do something later on that night, it pisses her off, it adds fuel to the fire that's already burning on her. And that don't make it right, because then she's taking the shit out on you, but you're adding to it. So it's like, come to a resolve. I have some people where they're like, I don't give a fuck if he mad, let him be mad, he'll get over it. No. And in the same way with the woman, they're like, oh, I don't give a fuck if she mad, she'll get over it. No, don't let her get over it. Because when you let a person get over it, and especially if it's something that you've done, you leaving their mind to wonder, like, okay, he don't give a fuck, she don't give a fuck, so I'm gonna come to the conclusion that I want to come to, and then it's just disastrous from there. It's not even healthy. It's stupid. So for the record, no, women don't like to argue. But when we're having a discussion or a debate, I like for a resolve to be had. I like a resolution to be had. At the end of the conversation or the argument or debate that we're having, I like, okay, so what steps, what are we walking away from this with besides anger and malice? What are we walking away from this with? I'm not saying it's got to be all peaches and cream at the end, but if I can come to a resolve, and both parties are able to take accountability of the part that they play in whatever is upsetting the other person, or vice versa, whatever, that's the type of shit that I like. Let's come up with a resolve. I apologize for what I did. I'm going to work on not doing that no more. He apologized for what he did. He's going to work on not doing that anymore. And it's easier said than done, I know, but it makes a world of difference. It keeps peace in your household. It keeps happiness in your relationship. It keeps everything good. But then I hear a lot of women where they're like, oh, he pissed me off and then he want to turn around and fuck. No, men, that's not the cure-all. That's not the cure-all to everything. I mean, it's great. It's cool. Makeup sex is fine. But what resolve has been had? What resolution have we had? Oh, every time we get mad at each other, we just going to go and have sex and everything's going to be honky-dory? No. We got to come to a resolution. You have to, I feel like if it's a relationship that you really want to work on, it's something that means a lot to you. When somebody means a lot to you, you go above and beyond to make sure that they're happy. I'm not saying you got to kiss ass, but compromise is everything. you should be willing to compromise with that person. Like, okay, Friday nights, I don't really, I get off, say you get off work, I don't really want to go anywhere, but your man likes to go hang out with his friends, and, they have wives and stuff. Do you have to go every time? No, but it's called compromise. Okay, I'll go, 2 to 3 Fridays out the month. Just so I can, it's us spending time together. It's us getting out the house, it's compromise. She might like to go to museums. You might not like that shit. Are you going to let her go by herself? Hell no. You're going to go and be like, okay, you might find something in it that you like, or you may not. But me personally, just to see my other half happy, I'm happy. I'm like, okay, he happy, whatever. We'll walk around this fucking museum. We'll go, to the mall and visit all the sports memorabilia shops and shit. I don't give a fuck about that, but if it makes him happy, I'm all with it. Thumbs up, and I'm cheesing like a Chester cat the whole time we in the mall. Just because he's happy. Like, I feel like if people did more to keep their significant other happy, a lot of problems wouldn't even arise in a relationship. Now, not to say that nothing is ever, not gonna happen, but if you work more and put in more effort to keep that person happy, you'll be happy. You'll see that, okay, that they'll pay it back in return. They're like, oh, okay, I see he's making that effort. Let me do X, Y, and Z for him. Let me do what makes him happy. Whether it's cooking his favorite meal, buying him tickets to his favorite concert, or buying a ticket to his favorite game, football or basketball or whatever, like, or just hell, being there for him, being that ear to listen, being that ear to hear. Men need to express their feelings too. No, they ain't gonna bitch down and start crying like a woman would, but I feel like men need somebody to listen to them too. They need to know that they're being heard. Women, it's not all about what you say goes and it's your way or the highway. No, we need to learn how to listen also, and make that man feel like a man. Help him to feel like a man. Like, if you're demeaning him, talking down to him, talking shit to him all the time, every time he turn around, of course there's going to be some tension. And if you nagging, bitching, complaining about every little thing he does, of course there's going to be some tension. So try uplifting him. Try praising him. People need praise all the time. Try telling him, I appreciate you doing this, or, oh, I like it when you did that around the house, or, just try praising him, giving him the love and attention that he needs too, because it's not just us women, men need it too. I don't care about your gender. Love is not gender specific. Everybody needs love. It's just in what form do they need it. Women may be more of we like affectionate. We like love to be shown in affection. Men may like love to be shown in acts of kindness. The 5 love languages. We need to tune into that, because everybody's love language is different. Some people like quality time. Some people like gifts. Some people just like acts of love. It just depends. We all need to know. I feel like before you get to really, really engage with a person and say you want to move forward with them, you need to know their love language. I feel like I have too, because I love quality time, and I like acts of, I like acts of kindness, and I like gifts. But I would say quality time means more to me than anything. So share your mind with me in the comments below. Let me know how you show love. Let me know, do you pick and choose your battles? Let me know how you like to receive love. What's your love? What do you think your love language is? Or if you know it, let me know what is your love language. And then also your spouse, your significant other, whoever, the person you're dating, do you know their love language? Are you tuning into them, or are you just tuning into yourself and making him listen? That's not fair either, but it is what it is. We have to be more compromising people. And then men, like I said earlier in the video, come to a resolve in the argument or debate or disagreement or whatever. Come to a resolve. Walk away with a resolution. Don't just walk away angry and let it, keep marinating for 2-3 days, because I feel like it just gets worse after that. Everybody needs a cool down period, no doubt. And it's not best to talk or discuss things when you 38 hot and you know that you might say some shit that'll just really piss her or him off. Give it time. And then we have to be respectable about the time, because I'm selfish like that. I'm like, well, how much time you need? 3-5 minutes so we can talk it out, because I be on go mode. I be ready to just, okay, I'm ready to, it happened now, I want to talk about it now. I really don't like to give it time. But that's just me. That's not everybody else. You know, the person that I'm dating may be like, I need an hour or two. And I remember somebody telling me that, and I'm like, that's complete, utter bullshit. But okay, like, who am I to say that's bullshit? Because I'm on go mode. It takes other people longer to unwind. Like, I can get over shit really fast. Like, I don't hold grudges. Like, I have a loving, kind spirit. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I will go there, but I don't want to. And when I do go there, I don't want to stay there. Okay, I'm on it, and then I'm off of it. So share your mind with me in the comments below and let me know. It's Libra Finesse.